oneself, united with my Creator. I am oneself, united with my Creator. Salvation comes from my oneself. Salvation comes from my oneself. I am oneself, united with my Creator. Serenity and perfect peace are mine, because I'm one with Him. Serenity and perfect peace are mine, because I'm oneself, completely whole and at one with all creation and with God. I am oneself, united with my Creator. I am oneself, united with my Creator. Salvation comes from my oneself. Salvation comes from my oneself. From my oneself, whose knowledge still remains within my mind. I see God's perfect plan for my salvation perfectly fulfilled. Salvation comes from my oneself. Salvation comes from my oneself. I am oneself, united with my Creator. Salvation comes from my oneself. I am oneself, united with my Creator, and salvation comes from my oneself. Well, thank you so much for joining me in studying A Course in Miracles. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace version of A Course in Miracles this year. And I'm Forgiveness Willie, teaching forgiveness in front of my lilac bush and in my edge of my garden here in the Ozarks at my place on the St. Diane's Creek, as I call it, that joins up with the Buffalo Creek, that then joins up with the Elk River and the Neosho River and the Arkansas River. So thank you all so much for joining me. It's been a rainy day, and I've got a little umbrella and a little domed piece of greenhouse plastic set up over me. So if it rains, I think I'm going to stay dry. It's been raining. As I was setting up, it was raining. Okay, so and this is for Tuesday, Lesson 112, Lesson 113, which is a review of Lesson 95 and 96, and this will be for Wednesday, April the 23rd of 2025. And this is a Sunday morning for me. It's actually Easter Sunday when I'm recording this, which is a few days after that for your looking at it. For morning and evening review, I am oneself, united with my Creator, which is Lesson 95 review. Serenity and perfect peace are mine, because I am oneself, completely whole, at one with all creation and with God. And then Lesson 96 review, salvation comes from my oneself. From my oneself, whose knowledge still remains within my mind, I see God's perfect plan for my salvation perfectly fulfilled. On the hour, I am oneself, united with my Creator. And on the half hour, salvation comes from my oneself. Okay, well, that's our lesson. We sang it and we read it. So if you get it better by reading it, we just read it. If you get it better by singing it, we did that. I need it many times, however I can get it. It's why I've been studying this book year after year after year, because I keep getting more and more and understanding it better and better. And I realized, about 5 years ago, Spirit just inspired me to just share this. And that, I'm learning. I'm trying to learn it. Might as well have some people that are learning it with me. So that's why I keep doing this year after year. Thank you so much for joining me. It inspires me to go ahead and do my lesson, because I know you guys are waiting for me, and it helps me. I said I have a piece of plastic, it's stiff plastic, about 8 foot long, built up as a dome over the camera and over my part of me, and an umbrella right above me. And I was thinking, I'd sure like to build some plastic or some translucent or something to let the light come through that was not plastic. I'm thinking about making a tarp out of a real thin string, natural fiber like hemp, and and leave a lot of airspace between the weave, and then fill that with like a latex clear that's all natural, though, natural hemp, to make the canvas or the tarp, and then fill it in to make it airtight and to let the light come through with some kind of a latex gel that dries. It'd be waterproof. Anyway, you guys help me figure out how to do that. I don't think anyone's made one yet. We need to have it. We need something that's biodegradable. Okay, finding the present is what we're ready to read today. To perceive truly is to beware of all reality through the awareness of your own. Wow, that's a big statement. To perceive truly is to be aware of all reality through the awareness of your own. But for this, no illusions can rise to meet your sight, for reality leaves no room for any error. This means that you perceive a brother only as you see him now. His past has no reality in the present, so you cannot see it. Your past reactions to him are also not there, and if it is to them that you react, you see but an image of him that you made and cherish instead of him. In your questioning of illusions, ask yourself if it is really sane to perceive what was as now. If you remember the past as you look upon your brother, you will be unable to perceive the reality that is now. 2. You consider it natural, in quotes, you consider it natural to use your past experience as the reference point from which to judge the present. Yet this is unnatural because it is delusional. When you have learned to look on everyone with no reference at all to the past, either his or yours, as you perceive it, you will be able to learn from what you see now. For the past can cast no shadow to darken the present, unless you are afraid of light. And only if you are would you choose to bring darkness with you. And by holding it in your mind, see it as a dark cloud that shrouds your brothers and conceals their reality from your sight. Wow, by not staying in the present moment, we go unconscious and we don't know about what we're not aware anymore. We've lost awareness. We've gone into oblivion. Paragraph 3. All because we just lived in the past instead of the present moment. We trying to judge things as to how we're going to respond in the future. And he says that's not necessary. That makes you loses your awareness. This darkness is in you. The Christ, as revealed to you now, has no past, for he is changeless, and in his changelessness lies your release. For if he is as he was created, there is no guilt in him. No cloud of guilt has risen to obscure him, and he stands revealed in everyone you meet because you see him through himself. To be born again is to let the past go and look without condemnation upon the present. And I might mention, we us folks that come from a Christian background, which is what the Course in Miracles is that mentality that we're addressing. We talk about being born again, and many of us have had born again experience. And he's kind of raising the bar of what born again means. It means to live in the present moment. That is and you could even call this section, how to be born again. He says it right here. To be born again is to let the past go and look without condemnation upon the present. Wow, what a good definition of being born again. The cloud that obscures God's sun to you is the past. And if you would have it past and gone, you must not see it now. If you see it now in your illusions, it has not gone for you, although it is not there. That'd be an insane thought, wouldn't it? It's not gone for you, and it is not there. Time can release as well as imprison, depending on whose interpretation of it you use. Past, present, and future are not continuous unless you force continuity on them. You can perceive them as continuous and make them so for you, but do not be deceived and then believe that this is how it is. For to believe reality is what you would have it be according to your use for it is delusional. Again on that. For to believe reality is what you would have it be according to your use for it is delusional. Wow. To use something. Is actually, we're learning that Course in Miracles doesn't bring this up much. A Course of Love brings it up that to use something is to abuse. So, we want to just allow things to be, not try to force continuity on them. You would destroy time's continuity by breaking it into past, present, and future for your own purposes. You would anticipate the future on the basis of your past experience and plan for it accordingly. Yet by doing so, you're aligning past and future and not allowing the miracle, which could intervene between them to free you to be born again. 5. The miracle enables you to see your brother without his past and so perceive him as born again. His errors are all past, and by perceiving him without them, you are releasing him. And since his past is yours, you share in this release. Let no dark cloud out of your past obscure him from you, for truth lies only in the present, and you will find it if you seek it there. You have looked for it where it is not, and therefore have not found it. Learn then to seek it where it is, and it will dawn on eyes that see. Your past was made in anger, and if you use it to attack the present, you will not see the freedom that the present holds. 6. Judgment and condemnation are behind you, and unless you bring them with you, you will see that you are free of them. Judgment and condemnation are behind you, and unless you bring them with you, you will see that you are free of them. Look lovingly upon the present, for it holds the only things that are forever true. The present holds the only things that are forever true. All healing lies within the present because its continuity is real. It extends to all aspects of the sonship at the same time and thus enables them to reach each other. The present is before time was and will be when time is no more. In it are all things that are eternal, and they are one. Their continuity is timeless, and their communication is unbroken. For they are not separated by the past. Only the past can separate, and it is nowhere. 7. The present offers you your brothers in the light that would unite you with them and free you from the past. Would you then hold the past against them? For if you do, you are choosing to remain in the darkness that is not there, and refusing to accept the light that is offered you. For the light of perfect vision is freely given, as it is freely received, and can be accepted only without limit. In this one still dimension of time that does not change, and where there is no sight of what you were, you look at Christ, and call his witnesses to shine on you, because you called them forth. And they will not deny the truth in you, because you looked for it in them and found it there. Remember, what we look for inside is what we're going to see outside. And he's saying, look for the Christ inside, and you'll see him everywhere in your brothers and sisters. Paragraph 8. Now is the time of salvation, for now is the release from time. Reach out to all your brothers and touch them with the touch of Christ. In timeless union with them is your continuity, unbroken because it is wholly shared. God's guiltless Son is only light. God's guiltless Son is only light. Wow. There is no darkness in him anywhere, for he is whole. Can you see your brothers that way? Can you see yourself that way? No darkness in you? No past to cloud the light? There is no darkness in him anywhere, for he is whole. Call all your brothers to witness to his wholeness, and as I am calling you to join with me. Each voice has a part in the song of redemption, the hymn of gladness and the thanksgiving for the light to the Creator of light. Again on that. Each voice has a part in the song of redemption. We all are one body, and we all have our different parts to play in the body of Christ. Each voice has a part in the song of redemption, the hymn of gladness and thanksgiving for the light to the Creator of light. The holy light that shines forth from God's Son is the witness that his light is of his Father. 9. Shine on your brothers in remembrance of your Creator, for you will remember him as you call forth the witnesses to his creation. Those whom you heal bear witness to your healing, for in their wholeness you will see your own. And as your hymns of praise and gladness rise to your Creator, he will return your thanks in his clear answer to your call. For it can never be that his Son called upon him and remained unanswered. Wow, isn't that nice to know? You can't ever call upon God, not be answered. His call to you is but your call to him, and in him you are answered by his peace. 10. Child of light, calls us child of light. Child of light, you know not that the light is in you, yet you will find it through its witnesses, for having given light to them, they will return it. Each one you see in light brings your light closer to your awareness. Each brother and sister that you see in the light brings your light closer to your awareness, because you're learning to live in the present, not the past, where guilt is, where guilt is. Love always leads to love. The sick who ask for love are grateful for it, and in their joy they shine with holy thanks. And this they offer you who gave them joy. They are your guides to joy, for having received it of you, they would keep it. You have established them as guides to peace, for you have made it manifest in them. And seeing it, its beauty calls you home. 11. There is a light that this world cannot give, yet you can give it as it was given you. And as you give it, it shines forth to call you from the world and follow it. Wow, what you give is what's going to now bring you. How important it is to stay in the present and see your brothers there as wholly innocent. Just leave the past. No matter what has happened in the past, leave it. It's not fit for your awareness. For this light will attract you as nothing in this world can do, and you will lay aside the world and find another. This other world is bright with love which you have given it, and here will everything remind you of your Father and his Holy Son. Light is unlimited and spreads across this world in quiet joy. All those you brought with you will shine on you, and you will shine on them in gratitude because they brought you here. Your light will join with theirs in power so compelling that it will draw the others out of darkness as you look on them. Your light will join with theirs in power so compelling that it will draw the others out of darkness as you look on them. 12. Awakening unto Christ is following the laws of love of your free will, and out of quiet recognition of the truth in them. Awakening unto Christ is following the laws of love of your free will, and out of quiet recognition of the truth in them. The attraction of light must draw you willingly, and willingness is signified by giving. Those who accept love of you become your willing witnesses to the love you gave them, and it is they who hold it out to you. In sleep you are alone, and your awareness is narrowed to yourself, and that is why the nightmares come. You dream of isolation because your eyes are closed. You do not see your brothers, and in the darkness you cannot look upon the light you gave to them. And the last paragraph, 13. Before we read that last, let's read those last 2 or 3 sentences again. You dream of isolation because your eyes are closed. You think you're isolated, separate. You don't see your interconnectedness, the Christ, the oneness, the body of Christ in everyone. Each one has their hymn of praise, their song of redemption. And are you hearing it? Everyone has the light in them. Because in the present moment, where you can be born again. Okay, so you dream of isolation because your eyes are closed. You do not see your brothers, and in the darkness you cannot look upon the light you gave to them. And the last paragraph, 13. And yet the laws of love are not suspended because you sleep, and you have followed them through all your nightmares, and have been faithful in your giving, for you are not alone. Even in sleep has Christ protected you, ensuring the real world for you when you awake. In your name he has given for you and given you the gifts he gave. God's Son is still as loving as his Father. Continuous with his Father, he has no past apart from him. So he has never ceased to be his Father's witness and his own. Although he slept, Christ's vision did not leave him. And so it is that he can call unto himself the witnesses that teach him that he never slept. Wow. I am oneself united with my Creator. And salvation comes from my oneself. And we can see that oneself in our brothers and sisters is what he's trying to get us to see. And thus be born again into the real world where we can be aware of everything from our one central beingness. That very first sentence of this section. To perceive truly is to beware of all reality through the awareness of your own. So how can you come into that awareness? Just stay in the present moment. Don't bring guilt into it. Don't judge your brothers and sisters. Okay, let's see what's going on around the world. I saw a video I want to tell you about. It's called The People Who Will Save the World, the Kogi Tribe. It's 22 minutes and 30-second video. Progetto Happiness. Progetto means progress in Italian. Italian brother did this. It's translated into English, though. Progetto Happiness. He went down and saw the Kogi Tribe, and I'm hoping that we can do a whole documentary on them teaching us younger brothers, how to listen to the real world from the Kogi standpoint. Anyway, I'll put the link to the description below. It's Holocaust Remembrance Day, Yom HaShoah. Oh, how what you dwell upon, people that hate their parents because they abused them. You word that word abuse in quotes there. They end up becoming abusers. Isn't that something? The way that things are going in the world, that we've got a new Holocaust occurring. St. George's Day. And so let's use the word for peace in Hebrew, Shalom. Let's all be at peace. We got the Jordan River that separates Israel and Palestine, or you could think of it just runs down through the middle of that land, and all their brothers and sisters are on both sides of the river. It comes from its source down to the Sea of Galilee, and then on down to the Dead Sea. But anyway, what's it called? The Jordan River. Jordan River, there's a song about that. Jordan River, cold, and I'm going to find myself on the other side. I can't remember how it goes right offhand. St. George's Day for some Christians, probably a Catholic holiday. He was the patron saint of England. Only lived to be 28 years old, if I remember right. He was born in 275 A.D. Impossible Astronaut Day, and I can really appreciate astronauts who can get in really tight, closed spaces and stay for a long time. Pretty amazing. Anyway, Lover's Day. That's a good day. Should be every day. Panic Day. It should never be a day, but if you have a panic, let it be a reminder that a red light's come on your dashboard, and it's time to do what? Stop and be still and quiet and ask for help and practice forgiveness. Let go of the past. Stay in the present moment where you can be aware. Spanish and English Language Day. Well, in English, peace is peace, and in Spanish, it's paz. World Book Night and World Laboratory Day. And then out of Gurney's, I want to do another P. You guys be sure to plant you some peas. This is the little marvel. Big yields in small spaces. It's a Pisum sativum, is the genus and species. A favorite for over 60 years, space-saving semi-dwarf, sets huge yields of 3-inch pods with 6 to 9 large sweet peas in each. Good for freezing. Anyway, little marvel, Pisum sativum. Okay, well, let's close with our song. Thank you again for studying this. Be sure to do your 5-minute practice morning and night or longer, and every hour and every half hour. On the hour, tell yourself, I am one self, united with my Creator. And on the half hour, say, salvation comes from my one self. I am one self, united with my Creator. I am one self, united with my Creator. Salvation comes from my one self. Salvation comes from my one self. I am one self, united with my Creator. Serenity and perfect peace are mine, because I'm one self, completely whole and one with all creation and with God. Salvation comes from my one self. Salvation comes from my one self. From my one self, whose knowledge still remains within my mind. I see God's perfect plan for my salvation perfectly fulfilled. Salvation comes from my one self. Salvation comes from my one self. I am one self, united with my Creator. I am one self, united with my Creator. Salvation comes from my one self. Even if my timing was a little off, we still got the words out. Shalom.